What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Kyusha Limit. I'm Dougie B. Today, I was going to have an update on the 510 for you. Well, I do have an update on the 510 for you, but it was going to be a video completely on the 510. And yeah, I just decided it's absolutely gorgeous outside, and I need to take the blue car for a cruise. I haven't really had it out to do any shakedown other than the little drive out to where you guys saw it in the last video there. Hope you guys like the car. Yeah, so I just thought, you know, let's take you along, get some L6 noises, and go for a little cruise on a nice day. I still have the footage from the 510, you know, that I'll probably throw actually in the next video now. I'm pulling the carb, pulling the rad, and getting some things cleaned up on that. But yeah, I just want to talk a little bit more about this car, take you guys for a bit of a cruise. It's finally nice enough that we can actually go drive around a little bit. They're starting to sweep the streets, so it's not as bad to bring out a nice painted car. So yeah, I just want to take advantage of it and just kind of put a pause on the 510 stuff while we took this thing for a little rip. So in this video, you're just going to see some driving around. We're going to do a little bit of B-roll stuff as well, and I want you guys to tell me what you think, how you think it, if you hope you can hear some of the sounds. I'm just using the built-in mic in the camera, but let's get this fired up and go for a rip. Still idling a little bit low, not as bad when it's warm, but it is idling a little low, so I got to correct that yet. But I've been kind of driving around a little bit in traffic, and I notice that if I'm slow on it, it tends to load up a little bit and kind of pops and starts a bit more once we get going. But I gotta say, driving a car that's not super low has kind of been a treat. Usually my stuff is at least decently low, and it's quite hard to drive around sometimes. This thing feels a lot more sporty and just kind of can bomb over train tracks, things like that. It's not as big a deal. It's still not a smooth ride by modern standards, but it feels good. So hopefully you guys can hear that. Something about classic 240Z. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera when I'm shifting. All right, well, there you have it. Hopefully you guys heard some of that. And yeah, let's take you off this map. So just gathering some B-roll here. A couple things I wanted to point out because I'm sure there'll be somebody in the comments that's going to point this stuff out. Yes, I do know these badges are way too close to the quarter window. They should be positioned probably back about here. And yes, I know I have no rear bumper on. The front bumper's not exactly on correctly, and it's missing its bumper, its rubber and bumperettes and everything. But yeah, it's all stuff that I want to get tweaked. There's lots of little things. You can still see there was some yellow on the rubber from the hood from the original car color, and additionally underneath here you can see the cover that goes over the wiper motor to keep moisture out is also still got some yellow on it. So, you know, my mirror, it doesn't have glass anymore. There's just lots of things, like little things. Obviously that's the whole point, is we're going to fix this thing up, but I just wanted to point that stuff out right away because I knew there'd be some people that would probably point it out. So the other thing is a little piece of leaf there. This spoiler's probably gonna go. I think I'm actually gonna run no spoiler on this car, at least in the beginning. And as I'd mentioned, some people comment seem like they're on board too. We're gonna go with the BRE style air dam on this and go back to the factory one. So that'll be not right away, but once I can get the factory lower section painted. And I'm gonna maybe repaint the headlight buckets but remove the covers. I can't remove the covers right now because if I take the tabs off, it'll pull the paint. I already tried. So yeah, and we're gonna get the chrome thrown in and the chrome on the outside, which I probably talked about in the first video, I don't remember now. But just little things like that to get the car going where it's going. Yeah, you got people always saying nice car. Yeah, just to get some of the other things like cleaned up on it. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Tell me what wheels you think I'm gonna put on it, because these are going. And yeah, I'm just kind of hoping to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. And guys, well, I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on the 510 wagon and what's going on with it. And earlier I mentioned in the video, this video is going to be about pulling the carb off and rebuilding it, and also pulling the rad out and rebuilding it, or fixing it. And so I got the rad out and I took it into Citywide Radiator to get them to look at it, and essentially they stated it needed to be recored, and they wanted $420 to recore it. So I'm definitely not doing that. That's really expensive. You can buy new aluminum rads for a couple $100. So kind of sucks, because I was hoping to have the wagon like taken apart and back together all in the same video, but it didn't work. I did end up getting the carb off. It was actually harder than I thought. You'll see probably in the next episode. And I have it all tore apart. It's soaking in carb cleaner. It's a little daunting, I'm not gonna lie. It's the first time I've actually ever rebuilt, like, other than a snowmobile or motorcycle carb, this is the first time I've ever rebuilt like this is a 2-barrel carb in this case, like completely top to bottom. With, it's got the electronic choke on it, it's got all the emission stuff on it, the EGR ports and everything. So it's kind of it's intimidating to me. I have it completely tore into 1,000 pieces right now, and I hope that I can remember, you know, how everything goes back together. But you know, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's fingers crossed. I'm gonna buy a rad. I found one locally here, hopefully, an aluminum one. So I'm gonna buy that, and then we're gonna get the carb redone, and then yeah, get it back on there, make sure the car's running good. We're also gonna be doing like thermostat, a couple other little things on the car. And then we're doing the swap. So I did find, I think I found everything I needed for the swap, except the pedals, which I got to actually pull potentially out of Mexico. They're a little bit more common down there, though. The A10 Stanza, like chassis 510 wagons, they have a different motor in them, but the clutch pedal box will be what I need. I also found one that's maybe semi-local too, but I'm not 100% sure. So anyways, we got a few things in the work, but yeah, just kind of waiting on parts for the 510. So probably what we're going to do is get the rad, get that stuff back in, and then as I gather parts for the 5-speed, we're just going to work on the blue car, which is what we're in right now, and start getting into like seats and stuff. Like I said, these seats have got to go. So we're going to start working on that. But yeah, so I just want to kind of bring you guys an update, let you know what's going on. And that's it for this week's episode. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week.